Why, how, why, how, why, how.
Hey everybody. Sorry, I didn't mean to keep the starting screen on for so long tonight. Had a lot of stuff to get caught up on this evening. How is everyone? What's up, Jacob? Guess what? SSFFFJJJFFFFF. What's up, man? How's everyone doing tonight? Oh man. There we go. All right. See, my webcam white balancing still looks a little bit messed up. What's up, Jax? How you doing, buddy? But that's okay. We'll be all right. I will not be. I will not be busting out hand or butt. Dude, that set is heinous. What's he building tonight? We gotta be focused tonight. All right, guys. Oh, an HBCP. Nice. Heine's keyboard. That's cool. I can dig it. Yeah, so we've got to remain focused tonight. We've got a cool build this evening. We've got a Klippe. A Klippe? How do you pronounce it? It's like Swedish, right? Do you pronounce the E or no? Bag of NovelKey creams. I believe these are tuned up, lubed up, ready to go. Oh yeah, they're stickered. They sound pretty thocky, if I do say so. Yeah, I will definitely never be breaking that set out on my stream. I do not own it. I'm honestly just as shocked, I think, as Krillbit at how that could have hit MOQ. It's like, it was one of those sets that was like so crazy off the wall that I think people actually bought it just as like kind of a joke, never thinking it would hit MOQ. I wonder how many people got like angry and were like, I need to refund my order as soon as it went through. And then you have Krillbit running around, the guy who ran the buy. You have him running around with a t-shirt saying the exact same thing. How did this hit MOQ? Man, has this not been opened? We are breaking the seal on this thing. Okay, yeah, vendors bought it out. That makes sense. I could see that. This is a cool color. It's kind of like a blackish blue. With your little mountain range. I'm assuming that's like the Swiss Alps. It's Swedish, right? The Klippe. So we've got a cool little tray mount build tonight. And this will actually be good, because this will be the first time I've built creams up. And so I'm looking forward to these switches. We'll install some bump-ons real quick. What's up, Vaughn? I see you in chat, buddy. How you doing, man? Nathan Kim has got like 1,000 viewers on right now. Maybe he'll raid me once he's done. Is he almost done streaming tonight, Jax? I would take a Nathan Kim raid tonight. German for cliff. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure that's something that we could probably Google and find out the answer to, but I'd take that. I didn't drink water at all today. Alright. Really smooth anodization though on this one, guys. Looks quite nice. Just a seamless block of aluminum. Nothing wrong there. Nice. Yeah, so things might time up nicely here. Let's hope. Alright. So we are going to build this thing up with... Oh, and see, we've got the liner here too. Little sorbethane liner action in this case. Add to the dampening of it all. So there's cutouts for most of it, but do the cutouts not extend? So there's the liner. Do I have it in the right spot? I think I do. Yeah, because there's the USB port. There's these little bump-ons. You see those little guys right there? One right there. One right there. They did. They included the sorbethane. So I'll be installing that. All the screw notches are good, but they have like this guy right here and that guy, and on the bottom. Yeah, we'll see. And then we've got a cool carbon fiber plate for this build tonight. Carbon fiber with creams. It should be pretty darn cool. Are there enough screws in this? One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there are. Okay. They were hidden in there. Man, they like went nuts with the little drug dealer baggies on this one. Yeah, I mean, I almost wonder if you could put like a gasket mount on it. I'm not sure. They could be. They might be too deep. You can kind of see how deep they are. That would be interesting. We'll test it, guys. We will absolutely test it. Because your boy Max F has a gasket right here. We'll give it a try. That would be interesting. Alright, let's move quickly. Not quickly to the point of danger, but let's move quickly. Because I would like to get this build done tonight. I've got a trip to Colorado coming up here this weekend, and so it's going to be busy, busy, busy. Alright, so we are doing a full backspace, enter, full shift, so 1, 2, 3, 4 stabilizers. What's up, Aviator? I see you, buddy. Have to catch some Apex Legends games later. I went into your channel earlier. I think you were AFK. I was trying to get a couple ranked games in before picking the kids up. What's up, Nanu? Nanu is that by chance? Is that Chicken? Chicken Whisperer? But yeah, Aviator, I'm really looking forward to the trip. I'll be heading out there from Friday to Tuesday. We're hitting up Copper Mountain on Friday, and then I think we're going up to Breckenridge on Saturday, and then Monday is still up in the air. We may do Loveland or Steamboat. I'm not 100% certain. But yeah, my buddy lives up there, and so we try and make it up there every now and then. I do not do as well as I should. How's music volume tonight, guys? I want to make sure I'm not overpowering my voice. Seems fine. That's what I'm talking about. All right. All right, excuse me for a second, guys, here. I'm going to first remove these. Let's test the other angle real quick, too. There we go. I'm going to remove these real quick, and I'm going to step over to the trash can tonight to clip, because if I try and clip these on a black desk mat, that will be like just launching them into infinity. I will never find them again. Alrighty. Grab my stems here. If you guys are unfamiliar with the process, all we're doing here is clipping these little prongs here. Oh, is it not focusing? Clipping these little prongs here. What's up, Jerk Chicken? I see you, buddy. Alright, guys, yeah, excuse me just a second while I clip all of these. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Alright, sorry about that, chat. We're back. I have so many keyboard bits hanging around the room. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, same here, dude. I have quite a few keyboard bits roaming about myself. Alright, we need that. We need that. We need this tonight. We need hex this evening. We should be fine. Alright. Thanks, Vaughn. Yeah, let me go ahead and grab this too. Add some contrast to the desk so that you guys can see what we're working on here. Alrighty. Stabilizers, paintbrush, wires, and lubricant. Lubricant. Oh, so how's everyone's week going? What's new, everybody? If you're just tuning into a keyboard stream for the first time ever here, guys, we are tuning stabilizers at the moment. I use 205G0. I paint a liberal application onto each of the housings here. I then insert the stems that I've just clipped the bottom little prongs off of over the trash can so that I wouldn't get those all over my desk. And we will also be applying a liberal amount of 205G0 to the wires. That housing's done. It is Krytox 205 for the stabilizers. I use that, and then I also use Super Lube, because we keep it greasy up in here. We keep it real greasy. Gotta lube them up. Anytime I'm making like lubing references, I'm always reminded of Dumb and Dumber. But I don't know if that's too boomer of a reference. Do you young whippersnappers remember seeing Dumb and Dumber? Digging the lights, man. What's up, Franco? I see you, buddy. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. It's, I gotta say, it's a lot easier maintenance. The webcam needs to be replaced. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet here. I might actually... I haven't been feeling this angle lately. And so, this angle here. And so that angle might become this angle. And if I do that, then we will just roll with this angle as we're building full time. But yeah, the lube scene at the end of it, the bus, we're looking for a couple of boys to lube us up before our meets. Good old Harry and Lloyd. Came out before I was born. Yeah, it didn't come out when you were born, or before you were born, dude. Jax is an OG homie. There's no way. Hey, so while I've got the homies up in chat, who's coming to KeyCon this year? Build a camera into your desk so you can see right up into my nose. No one would want that for you. Only you, Franco. I'll put it in. I'll take this shitty webcam once I replace it, and I'll put it in the desk, and I'll DM you the 24/7 stream of the up the nose camera just for you, because no one else wants to see that. I want to, but I can't make any promises. Oh, come on, man. I understand how work goes, though. Hopefully you can get the leave, my friend. I'd love to see you. Let's see here. KeyCon is on my wife's birthday. I almost already promised to bring her to New York. Can't make it. Oh, man. Well, that's important, too. Happy wife, happy life. So Franco, I was watching the whole YouTube video that you put up for energy drinks, and I was really hoping to see that clip of your sage wisdom. Alright, I think I might need, yeah, this vial of lube is good for switches. I need a new one though for wires. Oh yeah, that'll work for wires. That's what I'm talking about. The wife will veto. The wife will always veto. My wife keeps me in check. I need it. Dude, I know, the production quality is so good. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. Feel free to link it, Franco. That pertains to all of us. Little self-promotion. I don't mind. I don't mind. We're gonna have to play some Apex Legends tonight too at some point, Franco. Yeah, I remember when you were streaming your self-editing there. How long was that session? And were there additionals on top of that? Not to mention just the actual filming of it and everything. You were getting a lot of grief on Reddit? Oh, man. Well, what do the people on Reddit know? You know what I mean? Reddit, I feel like, is just becoming a cesspool. I don't even like posting on Reddit anymore. I'll post my stuff on Instagram these days. I might just be done with posting stuff on Reddit. I feel like anytime I post anything, people just downvote it all to hell. Lots of haters up on Reddit. Editing it the last 2 weeks, filmed it in 2 days, researched for like 2 months. Nice, man. Okay, yeah. Yeah, well then give him another chance, who knows? Maybe it was just hit and miss. That one by far though had the most research and work done on it though, I feel like for sure. I feel like the other topics you could have probably just, you know, I bet you didn't even have to research those. I mean, that's what you do. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but I would imagine the other ones were pretty minimal effort for you. Interesting. Yeah, it's a little crazy if you ask me. It's just energy drinks. I've gone through personal phases where I'm like, I'll drink them and I won't drink them, you know? I don't know. My opinion with all things like that is just all things in moderation. Unless it's a glass of water, I don't think you should be having something every day, all day, no matter what it is. Haha. No, it's like I said, Franco, it's all good, dude. Share away. I gotta say though, I love this light, Franco. This box and everything. Oh, so good. Man, I got like a globule of lube in this bunch here. Not really playing nice. Work that one back into the mix. Hey, Dennis Bro Chill. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Oh, and I missed Yinsler. Yinsler, thank you as well for the follow, my friend. I don't know when I missed that. Maybe I was clipping those stabilizers. And then George MK, thank you as well for the follow. And I think that catches me up. Appreciate you guys. Two more to go, baby. Two more to go. Moving right along. Good editing at Franco. Absolutely. I love the production quality that you put into those videos, man. It is really top notch. What games am I looking forward to? Ooh. I think I've got, what do we have here? I think we are nearing the end of the season for Path of Exile. I could be wrong with that, but I will probably play the next release of Path of Exile. Other than that though, I haven't really been following anything. I'll play like Apex Legends and I'll like, you know, relaunch up in like Counter-Strike or Call of Duty every now and then, but inform me though. What's on the horizon that I've got to look forward to? A couple of my other gamer buddies were telling me about a couple of card games that they were looking at that looked interesting. And then what else was there? Oh, Doom. Yeah, Doom looks like it would be pretty legit. What was it? The Magic Mana Strike app. And then also, what else were they talking about the other day? Oh, they were linking a bunch of Division information. I guess Division's coming out with a pretty large update. I enjoyed that game when it came out, but I don't know. I haven't really played Division since. I feel like they had a hard time retaining people in the endgame. Get Vulcan? Yeah, I thought it was very much so dead. And then they posted in chat, this one chat with a couple buddies of mine, a link, I guess, to something they were releasing. And the response in chat was mostly like, lol, dead game. But, Division was definitely one of those games that was like so well polished that, I mean, I would have loved for it to have had some retaining value to keep me playing it. It didn't, like, and I think they did everything they could have done as well as they could have done it. Like the PvP element though, like it just didn't have that open world. Like it was fun when people were playing it, but then when people stopped, it was just quickly nothing to do. The regional voice chat in The Division was the funniest and funnest thing I think I've ever been a part of in online gaming. You could, if you guys didn't play the game, what you could do is you could chat to people, you could hop in voice chat for the game. And you could, you could talk to people as they're shooting at you. So not only could you hear them if they're like, you know, talking shit or whatever, but they feel like you've killed somebody, they'd be downed on the ground, and their team might be able to like revive them, and they could like beg you, they could be like, dude, don't kill me. Oh, it was so funny. Yeah, that element of that game was really, really funny. A buddy I'm actually going out to visit in Colorado just called me. I might need to step out and take that phone call here. Yeah, like the potential for that voice chat option in other games is so, I mean, that'd be so funny. Of course you could just disable it, but like, you know, if you were in a casual game, I would love that for every game I played. Like just when you're close to them. Like not, obviously not public chat for the entire lobby or anything, but a regional proximity voice chat for when you're like right there. Yeah, so the one thing I do regret, I swapped things around in this new office, Franco and chat. I put my ultra wide in my primary monitor position, and I stacked my fast refresh rate 27-inch monitor on top of it. And so I haven't been actually competitively gaming since I did that. And I also there subsequently can't really stream games. I might have to mix that up at some point, but for right now it remains. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna wash my hands before I start handling the plate after lubing those stabilizers. I'll be right back. I played with Miguelito and Bunny, but Miguelito was way higher rank and the mission scaled so screwy that we couldn't have fun playing with them. A G-Sync 140 Hz monitor for competitive gaming is essential these days. Hate screen tearing. Yeah, so my ultra wide is 120 Hertz. So you know, it's not great, but it's not awful. So I mean, I'm definitely still capable on it. I would absolutely be improved if I played on the 27 Hertz. And I mean, I look at it now. This is my angle of viewing if I were playing on the 27 Hertz. It very much so be kind of like, I'm like looking up. I should not be looking up that high. Yeah, oh yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely not a 60 Hertz 144. Okay, so let's see here. We should have a PCB somewhere. Am I losing my mind? In before we don't have a PCB. Where do they normally include that in the box? I would assume that would be... Oh, you sent it before. Okay. What was it? Let's see here. Now I need to remember where I put it. You sent it before, huh? It's probably in this drawer, though. There it is. Yep, we're Gucci. I have it right here. Ooh, USB-C in it tonight. That means we get to bust out the super thick OG G80 cable, guys. That's a cool PCB. Look at this thing, fellas. That's pretty nice. It's kind of like a blue. It's like a midnight blue almost. And then on this side, it has a green hue to it. Can you guys see that? That's pretty cool. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh yeah, and that cable, so thick. So thick. Look at this cable, guys. Yeah, but yeah, matte black in the packaging, definitely. Yeah, it absolutely did. All right. Let's go ahead. And get these boys installed. So, and I'll warn you, Azarez, I have got a gasket to test with this. I will need to reach out to another member of the community if that works and you want to use that yourself. If you do, if I can reach out to this other member of the community, I can install it with the gasket I have on hand, and you can take that and then you can PayPal Remy. If you can reach out to Remsky for me, actually, that's who it is, and ask him if he has another gasket laying around that I could get. If you want that, that is. I can always just tray mount it as well. But if it works, we should go for it, man. Let's gasket mount this thing. Hit me up on Discord if you don't know who that is, and I can send you their info. And you can work on the logistics there of that while I build here this evening. Okay. Do you mind if I do a little testing with the gasket to see if it does work? Shouldn't be of any hindrance. I should be able to just remove it if it doesn't. Cool. Yeah, we'll test it then. This PCB is so cool how it has those cutouts on it. Yeah, and then that way too, if you're interested in the gasket mount at a later date, you can always just pick one up. Remy, I'm sure, would be able to hook you up. And if not, you know who's got gaskets in plethora? Weston. You could message Weston, who's running the gasket buy, and I'm sure he would allow you to pick up a gasket or two. So they can definitely be found at the moment. Oh yeah, nice. There you go. That one's close to bottoming out of pads, so we're going to use a washer on that one. Is that one as well? No, that one is not, so that one's fine. Yeah, I've got a gasket on the way myself, too. I'm really looking forward to that. Which plate and PCB options are you interested in? Yeah, absolutely, dude. You know I got you. I've got the standard layout on mine with a red aluminum half plate. And I'm very much so looking forward to that. I have used quite a few gaskets. I've used Alps, I've used half plate, full plate, poly, plastic, aluminum. Yeah, pretty much every orientation they have. You got 4. Oh man, you got all the options. You got 4. You got an aluminum, a half aluminum, a poly, and a half poly. All black. That's what's up, dude. Just it'll be stealthed out. That'll be a cool build, man. Yeah, I would be happy to build that for you. Send me all the gaskets that you guys have. I will build them all. Right, we're gonna do another washer on this one because it's getting close to another one of the pads. Yeah, so I'm really, the lighting on the desk I think looks quite nice. Diffused quite nicely. Nothing overexposed or too harsh. Might even be underexposed a little bit. But I don't like the webcam. Oh, so bad. My webcam is absolutely heinous. It has a lot of trouble white balancing that light behind me. It like looks green in some instances. I tried to get it tonight to look a little better. It's still looking like a little greenish, a little orange. Like I'm looking to red in the face because that light is having issues with the white balance on the webcam. I think it's just time for me to get either a better camera or move the Sony camera that I've got off to the side of me right now onto that. So we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Help me get Vint Blacks. You help me get Vint Blacks. I'm always looking. I'm always on the hunt. I will though. I actually had somebody message me the other day selling 92 of them. If you're interested, I can get his information. He bought them though off somebody on Mech Market and he did not know where they were sourced from. And so that is why I did not purchase them myself. I'm assuming they'd probably be like a Wise vintage black, something of that nature. I didn't ask him too many questions when he didn't know where they were sourced from. I'm so specific with my switches. I want to know exactly where they're from. All right. Clearance good, clearance good, clearance good, clearance good, clearance good. All right, cool. Let's load the plate up. Yeah, some people, I mean, they hear vintage black and then they reach out and they're just like, hey, I need to purchase some vintage blacks. And they don't, you know, really know the full details of what that entails. And so next thing you know, they're just buying, you know, whatever they can get their hands on. So I'm really looking forward to these creams tonight. What were these lubed up with, Ezra's? I was assuming either like a 3204 or a 205, but I wasn't certain. 205. Nice. So these also will be thick, baby. Yep. Nice. Yeah, 205 is where it's at. I've heard really good things about GH V4, either the thick and thin lube actually. Have you guys used that? I have not yet because it's so expensive. It's like for 2 milliliter vial, it's like $15 on Zeal's website, and I think that's the only place I've been able to find it. It looks like quite an interesting combo of lubricants, and so I can understand. Honestly, I can understand why it's so expensive, but I just have trouble justifying that when 205 is so good. Anyone have a TGR CE incoming? Oh, why did I lose my camera? Recovered. Oh yeah. Hey, so Nanu, I'm sorry. Do I know you? Was I chatting with? Were we playing Apex the other night? I was trying to. Oh, I hope that doesn't happen. The focus breathing. That'll need to stop. Stop focus breathing. What are you doing, camera? The 3203 is nice. I have the 3203 on my vintage Browns. Sorry guys, I don't know what's happening there with the focus breathing. I'll give that camera a break if it keeps doing it. Wasn't me. Okay, I gotcha. I had a buddy of mine who I was playing Apex Legends with the other night, and he mentioned that he was going to try and join stream tonight. I was wondering if that might be you. Alright guys, let's give this camera a break for a minute. Hello. So this is the camera right over here that we might actually turn into our face cam. And I mean, the quality of this is so much better than that. I mean, it's gonna blow it away. So I'm really considering it. I might get just another desk mount for a C-clamp to mount on my desk and just put the camera, or maybe put it on like a boom arm or something like Alex Otos has got. I saw his setup the other day. Thanks, man. Yeah, I've been migrating from Nikon, so the overhead camera that you guys see is my Nikon. Then the over-the-shoulder camera you guys see here is my Sony. And I've been migrating all my glass over to Sony. And so I might also pick up an APS-C Sony camera, like maybe like an older like A6500 or something like that, and then that could be my overhead camera, and then the Nikon camera, the Nikon shooter, could be my webcam. I saw a post on Reddit you made about live streaming and followed a few months ago. Oh, okay. What's up, Nanu? Yeah, sorry man, I haven't seen you in chat too much, but yeah, thank you very much for the follow, man. Better late than never, my thanking you. I appreciate you, my dude. Let's see if our overhead is still having difficulty. We'll see if that's still focus breathing here. Might have settled down at this point. I was thinking the exact same thing, Yinsler. And because, here, hold on 1 second, guys. Let me reset this again because the focus breathing is going to drive me nuts. Yeah, so the 6400 over top, the Nikon, move that to my face, and I think that would then be perfect. I think we'd be good then at that point. I was posting actually on PhotoSwap the other day. I had a couple people come in with some offers for cameras in and around the $500 range. Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. The 6400 with that flip screen, I was looking at that. That's a really nice flip screen. Makes it really easy for vlogging and for my streams. Oh man, it would be nice, that flip up. Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely become kind of a hobby within the hobby for me, Nanu. I really enjoy collecting the gear and getting everything, and yeah, so I mean cameras and keyboards, that's what I'm all about these days. I'm going out to Colorado here this weekend primarily for a ski trip and to visit one of my good buddies, but I am also bringing all my camera gear, and I absolutely intend on getting in at least one street session. I believe I'll be going out on Monday or Tuesday to hit up some street photography in the city of Denver before I head back home. So hopefully I've got some nice weather for it. Alrighty. We're looking good there. Now if I remember correctly, my bottom row layout is going to be a 6.25. We're gonna do, should we do, what do you think here? What do we put on this board? I think this red will look really good. I just did this, but man, red blanks just look good on so much. Look at this, guys. I think this will be a really dope color match. Oh yeah. We do the red with this sort of like midnight blue-gray / blackish case. I think that's gonna be real sharp. The blanks are kind of a pain in the butt to get everything all together for, but I think that'll turn out nicely. So yeah, so bear with me here for a second, guys. Let's go ahead and get a couple of keycaps on this boy, just so that as we're testing things here, we know with a high level of certainty we're all set. I'm also going to put this in a flipped spacebar configuration to make sure I've got the switch in a good spot. Ooh, that sounds good. Are there multiple layout options there? Because that's not right. Oh no, I just had the wrong. I had the wrong size. I had a 1.5 instead of 1.25 there. Why does the stream keep getting fuzzy? Is it still focus breathing on my camera? I might have to turn autofocus off. If it keeps doing that, let me know. Of course, as I'm looking at it here right now, it looks okay to me too. Oh yeah, no, I see it focus breathing again here. Hold on one second, guys. I might just need to turn off. Let me do this. I'm going at this backwards. Let's see here. There we go. That should stay focused now. Right? Should not refocus on my hand. Nope, it's not. Okay, good. So I'll just need to refocus if it gets crazy. Yeah, so yep, it was focus breathing. The autofocus feature on my Nikon camera was just getting crazy. I probably have like some dust or something on it that's causing that to do that. It should no longer do that. Should be good. Sorry about that. Let me know in chat if it does that again. The focus breathing should be stopped though. I just turned that off. I don't know if you guys could see the setting changes there on the camera. All right, what am I doing here? I'm going with I think it's R1. R1. Yep. And what do we have here? We've got a bunch of 1.25s. 1.25s. So what you see me doing here, guys, basically I'm getting the switches for the lower portion of this board installed right now in order to ensure I have them, one, in the right spot, but then also two, straight. And so I shouldn't be running into an issue with this build tonight because we've got a PCB mount switch on our hands, but yeah, just to be on the safe side. Go through this 1 point. Go 1.5. Oops, that's not it. So yeah, bear with me guys, I just want to make sure I get these all aligned in here properly. Once we get the bottom row sorted out, we will be soldering everything in. No, this PCB was shipped to me beforehand, and so I generally test things as soon as I get them. It has been sitting at my desk for a while, so probably a good idea to test it real quick. But I can say with a fairly high level of certainty that the PCB is fine, but yeah, let us go ahead again and test it real quick. It's not a good idea. That's not a bad idea. All right, let's go with can you guys see that? These are the key rated blanks. You got it. Yeah, so it looks like I tested it. We'll run through it though real quick and just make sure. Good rule of thumb always to test your PCBs, obviously, before you solder in. Especially if it's a client build, you want to make sure. Like I said, I generally test PCBs right when they first ship to me, so that I'm not sitting on something for a while with it potentially broken, so I'm pretty sure we're good here, as it looks like we are so far. Just a few more to go. And I'm assuming that's a function modifier. Cool. All right, Via. Yeah, Via is the way to go for sure. If the PCB is supported by it, absolutely. I like them. Nothing worse than completing a keyboard snitch isn't working. Yeah, and then also on top of that, you don't know if it was you or if it was something else. Oh, the pipe didn't register. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Let's check that pipe key real quick. I didn't even catch that before I closed it. Yep, pipe is good. Right. Yep, pipe is good. All right, now on to hunt through the last few of these 1.25 singles for the bottom row. We've got our stabilizers tested. Our bottom row is almost installed here. The one problem to curated blanks, as you can see here probably, is difficult to find things. Hey, Neurotical. I do not have a build command set up. Tonight we are building a Klippe or Klippe. I'm not sure really how it's pronounced, but I believe it's German for cliff. The case has got a little cliff image on it, or a cliff engrave cut into it. It's a 60 mount tray mount board with a NovelKey creams that we're going to be using as the switches for tonight. They're lubed up with 205G0, and we've got 205G0 tuned stabilizers. And so we will be having fun with this one here in just a minute. I am just making my way through the last of the switches I want to install here on the bottom row to ensure that we're good to go. And then also to return back to the key rated blanks, they are just a little bit thinner than GMK, so they're not quite as thick as GMK, but quite nice. Quite nice overall. I do enjoy them. Why do I have so many row 3? Oh, I know why. Yeah, 205G0 is really, really nice. I also like that quite a lot. I'm a big fan. Alright, one of these guys goes to that's bottom row. I believe it's this one. I'm like being juked out here by this. Oh. What in the world? Oh, I don't have the right enter key on. That's why I'm being juked out by it. Ha! I had the right. Yeah, that is not the right enter key. Or the enter key, I should say. I'm like, why is that line wrong? There we go. Now we're sitting pretty, guys. See if I can find the right profile here. I think it's row 3. Yep, there we go. Oh wait, oops. Yes, but we want this guy. Is that row 3? Oops. Row 3, 1.5. Okay. Row 4 ones are easy to find. And there's row 2, right? Row 2. Yep. Cool. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and build a keyboard. Chicken wants to know where you're at in stream. I am done testing stabilizers, done testing the PCB, and I am working on the soldering here next. So I'm going to solder this thing up here in just a moment. And then we will finish putting all these keycaps, which I'm just temporarily putting away in a bag, on it. Do a couple typing tests. I'm also going to do a test on this gasket mount here tonight. Test this board, see if a gasket mount is compatible with it. We are going to be tray mounting it though ultimately. I have an 888D, the Hako 888D. And then I also have a FR301 Hako desoldering vacuum on the bench. All right. Let's go over it real quick here. Just make sure I didn't get any pins missed. Did any of them not make it? I feel like I remember seeing one that did not make it. But I think I see them all here. My webcam is looking green right now. God, I hate that. Made a Twitch account just for me. What's up, man? I see you in chat. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Do you feel better now? Now you can chat. Now you can say hello. Yeah, I guess all the pins are there. Man, I thought I was missing some. I thought, man, we are 100% perfect right now, guys. We made it all in there. All right. Let's go ahead and get set up here. How did you not have a Twitch account already set up? I did not. No, the firmware is pre-mapped. I'm gonna electrocute myself trying to plug this in. I cannot find it. Surge protector mounted to the bottom of my desk. Oh my goodness. What a pain in the ass. Nah, audio should still be there. Hold on just 1 second. I'm just trying to find... Here, god damn it. Hold on 1 second, guys. Like fingering my surge protector down there trying to find the outlet. Alright, we're good now. Hey, there we go. Aviator, thanks so much for the follow, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty. I think I'm on an 888D. Yeah, 888D. And Chicken Whisperer with the follow. Loving it. Thanks, guys. All right. Almost there. There we go. I'm a good channel to sub to first. No other channels really matter. Just hang out here. There we go. All right, we're going to 675 for tonight. Tip is looking good. I've got my window open, so I am not going to exhaust tonight. We will be all right without it. I've got a nice little breeze in my room at the moment. Okay, get these corners soldered in first. Good there on the bottom right and top right. Alright, so guys, I always love to fill in here a little bit of white noise, educational spin-off while I solder, since I can't really catch up with chat. Not that chat is moving too quick tonight. But yeah, with soldering, I always like to do the four corners first. It's a good rule of thumb to get those four corners in there and make sure they are secure and snug so that the PCB isn't shifting and moving around on you at all during the build. Once I do the four corners, then I generally work my way around the sides and then the top and bottom. The bottom moves generally the fastest. There are the fewer switches on there. And especially with a plate mount switch, you're going to want to really move deliberately with those switches and soldering, really making sure that you have good contact and that the switch is in there straight. You'll find that you'll get crooked keycaps if a plate is not holding a switch securely on all four sides, so you're going to really want to make sure that that doesn't happen to you. It's not a good aesthetic having crooked keycaps. So what I do generally, I'm soldering in two through-hole pins on each of these switches. I like to hit, for the first few rounds, first one pin, and then as I'm touching the pin I just soldered, I like to push through the switch to ensure that it's a good contact point on the PCB. Really making sure I pushed it down. So that's what I'm doing here when you see me holding the board together and touching it with the iron. And then I go back and I solder in the other second pin. That way, not only is the switch in there straight, but there's no gaps here between the PCB and switch. You went hot swappable. No way, dude. Soldering's the way to go. You gotta go for the solder. And let me tell you guys, if you have decent tools, soldering is very, very simple and easy. It is very hard to mess up soldering. It's probably the most stressing part of the build for someone who has not done this, but with those tips that I just gave you, and good equipment, a good bench, mind you, you really can't mess up soldering. For the novice builder, you can do a quick 3-second count on each of the pins. 3 seconds is generally all that's required to really get enough solder on there without having too much. And yeah, with practice, you'll see, you know, how much you need to have, and you know, you'll be not having to count after probably, you know, 10 of them. You're just looking for nice, even TPs with the solder, no bubbles. And you do want to make sure you have a little bit of it looks like a little TP or volcano coming up off the through hole, off the PCB, and up the stem that goes through, up through the pin, I should say, not stem. All right, so the sides are done. We're gonna go ahead onto the bottom of the board now. I hate the soldering though. Yep, I can understand that. Again, if you don't have the right tools for it, the soldering can be a real big bummer. That is my issue with a soldering iron. I bought some replacement tips that don't quite fit, so it doesn't heat evenly. Ooh, yeah, that can be an issue. For the new keyboard builder, and you got to ask yourself, you know, am I going to get into this hobby to where I'm building keyboards on a regular basis? If that is the case, then I absolutely recommend you pick up a decent soldering iron. You're going to be using it, you know, quite a lot. For the customer who just wants a single keyboard, I highly recommend joining the regional community close to you. And more often than not, they have a Discord server. You can just pick their brain and say in chat one day, hey, I'm purchasing this. I've got all the components in. Is anyone in the area and interested in meeting up and helping me solder one day? And odds are you could probably get, you know, orchestrate a hangout session, solder your board, get a helping hand with someone who's done it once or twice before, if not more, and, you know, meet somebody in the hobby. Almost every single person I've talked to in this hobby is pretty darn cool. So what I just outlined would be a very easy thing to do. Anyone in this hobby is all a huge bunch of nerds. If you're in the Washington, D.C. area, I will welcome anyone out at my place to solder. Let's see here. You do need to invest in a good soldering station, mind, but a cheap one can do. Absolutely. So like the Weller soldering iron is what I recommend to people if they do not really intend on going too deep into the hobby. You can pick up a Weller soldering iron for probably 30 bucks on Amazon. Basically what you're looking for though is something with a dial. You know, you don't need a digital one like that, but it needs to have a dial so that you can control the temperature at which you're soldering at and maintain proper temperature. Soldering can be very difficult if your iron is not maintaining the proper temperature. It's especially nice to have one that has a good readout on it, like a Weller or a Hakko, because Zeal switches, for instance, I solder in at 650 degrees Fahrenheit. However, all other switches, I can turn the heat up a little bit. Zeal's switch housings have a lower tolerance to heat, and so you definitely don't want to melt your switches. And so turning it down to 650 is a real safe temperature for them. 675 is pretty good for everything else I've found. That's generally what I use. There you go, Yinsler. Yeah, there's seriously nothing wrong with Weller. I mean, I really like those irons myself personally. If you don't have it, and if you're ever doing desoldering work, do yourself a favor and pick up a flux pen. There's no reason not to have one of these. They're like $6. They make your job so much easier. A flux pen, and then also some wick and a good solder sucker. But yeah, I completely understand. If you're swapping out switches on a consistent basis and, you know, desoldering, you know, a vacuum is not for everybody. I mean, I have a vacuum because I will occasionally do a whole bunch of desoldering for a, you know, a vintage black run, you know? But yeah, I mean, and I do it for clients. But yeah, you do not need a desoldering vacuum. That's like, I think they're like $300. They absolutely are awesome, but there is no need for one of those if you're just doing a single board. It is a strenuous process though, that's for sure. On my first board, I ended up breaking a switch by over soldering, but learned since then. Yeah, that can happen. What are we doing here with this? My overhead camera's having difficulty tonight. I think the setting must have changed. My overhead mount had broken a couple of weeks ago. And so perhaps in the process of switching that out and pulling the battery and everything from it, maybe the auto off settings changed on me. Yeah, $300 for the Hako 3, what is it, the FR301 vacuum? That's what I have. But let me tell you, it is so nice. Like I said, I'll occasionally do vintage black PCB buys where I will harvest a bunch of PCBs, and I can probably desolder an entire full layout with 100+ switches in 15 minutes on that thing. The chamber is absolutely incredible once you have the technique down on that thing, right? You don't have to empty it hardly ever. I think I've desoldered 2 or 3 PCBs all in succession before having to remove the built up solder in the chamber. So yeah, I mean, it is totally worth it if you're working a lot of desoldering. Cheapo $5 solder sucker. Yep, no, I can understand that. The step right down from the vacuum is this guy for $30 on Amazon, in my opinion. The engineering solder sucker. This thing is, it's not the greatest, but you know, it's pretty nice. It's got some power to it. It'll get the job done. The frame rate on my camera's not even keeping up with that. Like it releases so fast on that solder sucker that if you're not pushing down a little bit, it'll like pop right up off the PCB. And so, yeah, it's definitely got some oomph to it with that spring. Alright, we are at an hour and a half just about in the stream, because I think I was on starting stream screen for at least 10 minutes-ish or so. Not bad. The sides are done, the top is done, the bottom is done. We are now going to be working through our alphas. Man, that would be another good. So what application do people do to set up the commands? Because I should absolutely do that. People try and do the build command on me all the time. People try and do like the music command on me all the time. What plugin is it that people use to set that up? I've been streaming on Twitch for over a year now, and I have no idea what I should be what I should be setting up to make the viewing experience more enjoyable for you guys. Streamlabs, is that what people use? Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, just some lo-fi hip-hop. I think this is all copyright free too, so yeah, I mean we're just chilling with this. Oh, the mic is like right in my face. Yeah, nice and relaxing. I generally, when I'm off stream building, I'll generally like watch TV in the background. For me at this point, I mean, there's not much I really have to focus on. I pretty much mute sound or take my headset off when I'm testing the stabilizers, but other than that, everything is pretty much automatic pilot for me at this point. I should probably know how many boards I've built. I'd say if I had to approximate, I've probably built somewhere around... I might be up to 100 at this point. I've got Sennheiser IE80s in right now. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Nice, Yenzer. That's what's up, dude. What are you building tonight? Yeah, I think Teja was building a HBCP tonight. That's what Jax had said. I was kind of hoping he would raid me once he was done. Okay, nice. Yeah, I like those a lot. I had a set of those for actually quite some time. I've got the AKG K7XXs as well. But I've honestly been rocking with the monitors for quite some time now just because they have such good isolation. I'd love to get an actual pair of custom IEMs, but I don't need to drop that much money on them. I can understand why they cost that much. Custom IEMs are just an absolute, work of engineering art. I mean, there's a lot of workmanship that goes into them. Yeah, these are pretty close. I I have not used custom IEMs for myself, but the isolation on these is really quite good. Like when I'm gaming, like especially on like Apex Legends, oh my god, the footsteps. I mean, it's when I was first wearing them, it was like I had to get used to it because man, the footsteps in that game feel like someone is just stomping around all over the place. DT990s. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I hope you have an amplifier. Those are some power-hungry cans, my friend. You should get like a tube amp or something for those. He's actually a good buddy of mine in the keyboarding community who's super into audiophile equipment as well. He's like just a lifelong hobbyist. He's into everything, but he built his own tube amp. He's got a couple pictures of it on his socials. It's really pretty cool what he built. Edimonic ER2XR. Those are those custom IEMs? I think I've heard of Edimotic. Or is that the amplifier? And I'm just an idiot. Oh yeah, yeah. Some of those cables you get, they're just so long, it's absurd. It's like, what were you guys thinking? Like, are you plugging into your monitors and putting like, you know, whatever device or amplifier you've got on the shelf and then having a dance party in the middle of your living room? Like, what is it? So yeah, when I was researching it, there was 64 ears. There was what is it? UE ultimate ears? Is that what it is? Lol, if it's not ultimate ears, I think it is. But for like custom IEMs, 64 audio is who I was looking at, really. And I was trying to justify it by saying, I play guitar from time to time. I should have a good set of monitors, but I don't. I do not. That would be a lie. And this is not, yeah, I don't feel like this is, you know, worthy of of having like audio, you know, Sound Labs engineering grade hardware. I mean, sure, it could be. Ultimate Ears or 64 Audio, if you guys are listening, sponsor me. Send me a set of IEMs. So Nathan Kim, when he started streaming, he was earlier on in his journey, and he got, I think he got Ultimate Ears to send him a set of custom IEMs as a sponsorship kind of deal. I need to get on that. How many people need to follow me before I can get some custom IEMs for free? I need to be a community influencer, guys. Tell all your friends. Tell all your friends to come on over here and follow me. I'm trying to get some custom IEMs, yo. Get some cost KPH 30Is. Best headphones are $20. Not in your monitors out. Yeah, yep. Costs are nice. Yeah. I've had a couple pairs of costs. I can absolutely agree with that. Yeah, I've actually been thinking about getting a different cable for these IE80s that I'm wearing right now. I've gone through a couple of non-custom IEMs, and these have actually been one of the best I've found. I really like Sennheiser. I think Sennheiser puts together a really good headphone. I really dislike that every single phone manufacturer on the face of the planet is getting rid of the 3.5mm jack. So I've been using a set of Bose I have Bose in-ears for working out, and yeah, Bose just, they put all their money in marketing. Like, they're not bad for just working out. I'm like, okay, I can deal with it. But if I was sitting down listening to something, their audio quality is unacceptable. And their tech is gimmicky. I mean, that whole active noise canceling, it's pretty crazy, but I mean, I don't know. I would rather have a pair of open back headphones any day. So I never noticed. What did Yinzer say he was building? Are you still in here? Oh, an ergo docks and a custom aluminum case, a project I started like 2 years ago but never finished. There you go, man. Nice, dude. That's an awesome build. Is it the Ergo Docks Infinity? I love that little LED screen that comes on those. Yeah, sorry about that. I missed that. Yinzer in chat. I had asked that question and then I completely forgot to check back for your answer. I forgot for a period of time, I should say. I remedied it now. And that should be the last switch. I don't think I've forgotten any. Let's take a quick visual inspection here. Ah, you removed the screen. I love those little screens. I thought that was one of the coolest parts about that board. Why'd you remove it? Alright, we're looking good there. Those are looking good. Alright, let me plug in here real quick, guys. Make sure I don't have any issues with the PCB. If we're good there, then we will grab our keycaps and test the case fitment for this thing. And we'll be able to test the, which I'm very excited for, we'll be able to test the gasket for this thing, guys. I'm hyped for that. So stay tuned for just a second here. So far, that's a good sign, the fact that I can open it up without losing it. There we go. Okay. Man, this thing feels nice. Hey, Ezra, are you still in here? Did you spring swap this, or is this the stock spring? I'm guessing this is set to a function button here. The menu that's not appearing. Yes, it is, because that's how I access. Boom, boom is how I access tilde. Cool. All right, so yeah, we are 100% on the build here right now, guys. Yeah, that USB port there is a little tight. All right, let's go ahead and power it down. We'll move this over here. All right. So, mounting options tonight, guys. Okay. Yeah. Yep. That's my favorite weight as well. I also really like the Gateron yellow spring though. I've actually got another build for a client coming up where we will be building it with a set of vintage blacks and Gatorons. Alright, let's see here. Let's see if this works. Now that we're done with this, we can move this aside. Let's clean up the desk just a little bit, guys. Goodbye solder. Goodbye sponge. Goodbye contrast. And hello case. Alright. So, the gasket mount here, if you guys can see that, basically we got this little rubber band here. We are going to attempt a mount with this. And it could be a little tight. Oh yeah, this would definitely work. Let me see here. Yeah, it is tight in there. Let's see here. Get a little more leverage here from the keycaps. Yeah, so our stabilizer is where we get the biggest points here. Does that stay in there? Yes, it does. We're gasket mounted at this point. So to answer the question, does the gasket mount work for this board? Your answer, yes, it absolutely does. Yes, it absolutely does. That's pretty cool, guys. Oh, I'm like pointing it over towards the camera that's not on at the moment. Let's see what this sounds like. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. This sounds really good. Azraz, are you sure you want me to tray mount it? I'm happy to give you this gasket, dude. I'm pretty sure I can get another one. This feels really good with just the gasket on. Yeah, like I will of course include all of the hardware should you want to go back and tray mount it. But yeah, I just reached out to the buddy of mine. I'm pretty sure I can get it. And if I can't get it off of Remski, I am sure I can get it off of Weston. So yeah, don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll be able to source one of the gaskets from somewhere. But yeah, look, we're not going anywhere here. This thing is in there. Yeah, like in there. And you get a nice little, see the flex? Let me just make sure we're sitting pretty here. The only problem is we don't have a good comparison for what it sounded like without the gasket. Let me just take a couple seconds here to do a little bit of a visual inspection on this, guys. I just want to make sure that the gasket all around is sitting nicely. One moment. I think we might need to correct here. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we need to correct here at the bottom. Let's see here. Maybe it might not. Yeah, see, because the gasket here on the bottom seems to have dislodged right around the space bar. Yeah, so we might not be able to do this. I might have to take it back. We might not be good, guys. Yeah, see the gasket. You see right here? I shouldn't be able to see that. It might be too tight. It might just be too tight, which is going to be the issue for me now in removing this thing. No, it's not. There we go. Okay. Sure. On a couple of things here. I just want to make sure I didn't get any micro scratches or anything on it from going through that test. It looks like we're good. Yeah, so I think it's so tight with the stabilizers and getting it in there. I might be hard pressed to get this gasket in there. Let me try one more time here. In there. Put this in there. Stay in there. I think we can do this, guys. Don't lose hope yet. It's gonna be tight. Oh yeah, are we there? We're almost there, we're almost there. It's the two points are right there by the stabilizers. It stabilizes. No. It just pops right up again. Well, dag nabbit. It was a valiant effort. Yeah, so there's no spot really for it here. And so because there's no spot for it, we don't have the ability to really push that gasket down in there. There might be a way to gimmick it a little bit around this, but it's because of the screw-in stabilizers here and the stabilizer plastic not allowing enough of a tolerance between the gasket and I would have kept it on there. I don't know if you could have noticed there, Azrez, how the band was sitting on top of it there a little bit. The real big problem with it was, and it felt pretty good, but your keycap on the bottom right here was not, it was lifting a little bit, and it was not in a spot to where it was level with the other side, and so I didn't want that. I don't think that's worth it. Might be worthwhile to test a little bit more, later, but I don't want to push and prod on a keyboard that's not mine. You know what I mean? So once you get yours from Weston, yeah, might be a good option to give it a shot, with Weston's gasket. You might be, like I said, you might be able to with that. You might be able to get it working. The gasket will be really nice, though. Oh yeah. That's definitely what we'll be excited for. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and just tray mount this thing here. It was a valiant experiment, friends. certainly worth our time. Certainly worth our time and effort. We will go ahead and tray mount this board though. And I will mark this onto the maybe column for can you gasket mount it. Because the verdict is still out. You might still be able to. But I wasn't able to accomplish it here. If it was mine, I'd maybe make a little cut into the stabilizer to get it recessed a little bit more, the actual band. But I'm absolutely not doing that on a client's board. On something that I would just be testing, you know? If it was like a Shure thing, maybe. I'm not that alpha though. I love you, Azarez. I'm not gonna do that to you, buddy. I'm not breaking your board on stream. This case and plate combo? Oh, so nice. The carbon looks so good. Now that I have enough screws in here to hold it up, take a look at this, guys. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That looks sharp. All right, let's see here. Sorry. Here you go, guys. Let's switch back over to this. Okay. I think there's extra hardware in this thing, if I'm not mistaken. I can never remember all the mount points for the tray. There's one here. How's the feel? Carbon plate versus aluminum or brass? I am a big fan of aluminum and carbon and brass in that order. And I have plenty of all of them, but I really like the feel of aluminum these days, and carbon is very nice with linears. Creates a really cool sound too. I think I got them all. Let me just look at the... Hey, and by the way too, Azrez, if you want to test with it, you can hit up Remsky. He does have more gaskets. I don't think there's any point in, you know, me giving you this one since we're not going to use it in the build, but hit him up and he has a ton of them, he said. And so, yeah, so you can probably grab one, scoop one off of him. All right, let me see here. I just want to check something real quick. Alright, so these are just extra extra bits of hardware. Put those back in the bag there for you, and then back in the box. Okay. All right. And I think it's more of a feel sound in addition, right? With the aluminum. I'm just not digging the sound of brass that much these days. I'm sure it's gonna be something that will like ebb and flow for me, right? I mean, it'll be probably one of those things where, like, you know, in another couple of months I'll be like, man, I have a hankering for some brass. This is going to sound good. Alright, let's flip our space bar. Ooh, that sounds good, guys. I'm going to grab a water break here in a second, too. Forgive me, friends. I've been out of water for the past couple minutes, and I am feeling a little parched. All right. That doesn't look like it's in the right spot. Nope, that is the right profile. Okay. All right, fam. Take a look at that for a second. I'll be right back to finish putting the keycaps on, and we will do a couple typing tests on it. Just need to grab some more water. All right, guys, let's do this. I love with the key rated blanks how they have the profile written on them. That is brilliant. Like R4 you can pretty much tell, right? But like R2 and R3 can be a pain in the butt to identify. And the fact that they have R1 and R2 and R3 and R4 like all labeled on this thing, so nice. Like the problem with blanks was always that it was impossible to tell what profile you had, and you basically had to just put them all on, and you could kind of see with some, but you kind of had to kind of guess a little bit with others, and then you just had to look at it from the side profile to see if you had them all right. I love these key rated blanks. I'll still mess it up somehow probably, and put one on a profile that I didn't mean to, but What is the next build? I think I will have the cables that I'm sourcing for a couple of OTDs come in here. And so I think I will be building those here next. I also have a TGR CE coming my way here shortly. So I'll be building one of those up here probably within the next week or so. Really looking forward to that. Anytime we've got a TGR on stream is always a good stream. All hail Sam. All hail Yuxi from TGR. So the CE that I will be getting in for the next stream will be a client's. I do have a personal one on the way, but I'm waiting on a couple of other projects with Sam, and so nothing I can share publicly yet, but so I don't expect mine for probably another couple of weeks. I think Sam would probably just ship mine with the other stuff that he's going to be sending over to me. But yeah, definitely stay tuned, guys. We'll have some cool projects coming up here soon. Alright, we just need a couple more R3 and R2 rows. And what's up, Elite of the Elite, by the way? How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you in chat again. Hope you're doing well, man. What's your next build? Got anything cool coming in? I want to make my own custom cable at some point. Yeah, man, go for it. Custom cables aren't too bad to put together. There's kits that you can purchase too off many of the more popular keyboard sites. I think One Up Keyboards has got kits you can purchase. My personal favorite is sourcing a G80 cable and then doing a USB mod on it. That always ends up looking really nice. Those nice thick OG cables. Can't go wrong there in my opinion. We are looking for one more keycap, guys. One more row 3 keycap. Where is it? There it is. Look at that, my friends. Oh, a key coal. Number 60. Number 160, I assume, which will be my first build. Nice. Way to kick it off with a fantastic build. Key colts are very, very nice. The PCB case, the build process, all very, very enjoyable. You should have no issues with that one, my friend. I wish you a fantastic build. Alright, let's see here, guys. Oh man, let's get prepped up for a test. A test. Look at that. That's looking pretty sharp. I love the little play on my my DAC and everything. So nice. All right, we are going to plug this in right here. The cable's ridiculous. I love it. Let's see if I can reach this. I got it. I got it, fam. I got it. go. Alright, we can go ahead and stop music here for the rest of the night. Okay, guys. Let's take a look at this build first. Here's the here's our thumbnail for YouTube tonight. Pretty. I love this one with the mountains and everything on the back. Such a cool cutout. All right. So this is actually going to be my first experience with NovelKey's creams. I'm very much so looking forward to testing these switches out in a full build here. I've heard very good things. I've got experience with the UHM WPEs and tangerines and GAT yellows and all sorts of other linear variants. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to go ahead and load up I lost my home row there for a second. Okay, let's see here. Let me go ahead and set up fast fingers here for us real quick. Okay. Oh boy, that's not what I meant to do. There it is. And there it is. Okay. This one is not for sale, Aviator. Or maybe it is. I don't know. You'll have to hit up Ezra's. All right, guys. Let's see what we get here. And let's make sure we're here. All right, cool. Here, hold on one second, guys. There we go. Oh, I lost my row. Oh my goodness. Redo. I don't like the saw have start. Oh, and I also didn't notice. My bad, guys. I didn't mean to have the microphone right over it there. There we go. Hold on, how can I position that? There we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Woo! Oh man, you were close. You were close. 110 is what you guessed, right? This sounds, yeah, this sounds very nice. Hopefully I'm not blasting you guys out when I talk too. I turned the gain up a little bit on my microphone. Yeah, let's go for another one. That space bar sounds so nice. Look at this, guys. Really solid sound. Probably one of the best sounding tray mounts I've had on my desk. One of the best sounding keyboards I've had on my desk. Really good sound. Ah! 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 Ooh. Yeah, that sounds nice. I like that a lot. Yeah, really, really solid sounding board. Yeah, Azros, you've got a good one here, man. Really cool stuff. So yeah, on that note, guys, I am going to call it. As I mentioned, I probably have a couple boards coming up here soon. I think the TGR CE might be the next build we've got. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone who followed this evening and for stopping by and hanging out with me here as I built this thing up. Definitely an enjoyable board. I can add this one for sure to the list of recommended cases. So, anyways, thanks everyone and have a great night. We'll catch you guys next week, same time, same place.